I need you to understand something. There are people, regular people, not celebrities, not executives, not people with inherited wealth, flying business class to Tokyo right now. Live flatbeds, airport lounges, food that costs more than your last date night. And they paid somewhere between $0 and $120 for the privilege. And they didn't win a contest. They didn't get bumped. They didn't know someone. They just learned a set of rules that the airline industry is completely fine with you never discovering. And they've been quietly living inside those rules for years, while the rest of us paid $1,400 for a middle seat in economy next to someone who brought a tuna sandwich. This ends today. Welcome back to Did You Know? Okay, first we need to establish something, because I spent years thinking airline miles were this basically useless thing you collected for decades and eventually redeemed for a $15 seat upgrade and a warm feeling of mild satisfaction. That is not what airline miles are. Airline miles are a currency, and like any currency, the value depends entirely on how you spend them. Redeem your miles for a basic domestic economy ticket. Fine, boring, about 1 cent per mile in value. You basically traded points for a very slow gift card. But redeem those same miles for an international business class seat and you can pull 3, 5, sometimes 10 cents of value out of every single mile. Same currency, radically different exchange rate. It's like finding out your foreign currency converts at 10 times the rate if you just walk to a different window. Here's the real example. Japan Airlines business class from the US to Tokyo. Cash price $7,000 to $10,000. Using American Airlines AAdvantage miles, that same seat books for 60,000 miles one way, plus minimal taxes and fees. At the cash price of $7,000, you just extracted nearly 12 cents per mile out of a currency most people treat like supermarket loyalty points. 12 cents per mile, on miles you probably earned buying groceries. I'll give you a second. Drop your best redemption in the comments right now. Route, miles cost, cash equivalent. I want the Hall of Fame in the comments. Most outrageous one wins my eternal respect, which has no monetary value but feels significant. Hey, if this is the first Did You Know you've stumbled into, this is what we do here. Stuff nobody teaches you. Money moves hiding in plain sight. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Takes literally 2 seconds. You've already spent more time reading this sentence. Do it. Okay, back to the free business class. Here's the part the airline industry really doesn't want trending on social media. Most of the miles serious points collectors are sitting on, they didn't earn them by flying. They earned them by signing up for a credit card. Travel credit cards offer sign-up bonuses, and those bonuses are where the actual magic lives. The Chase Sapphire Preferred, currently one of the most popular travel cards on the market, is offering 75,000 ultimate rewards points after you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months. Annual fee, $95. Those 75,000 points are worth approximately $1,538 in travel, according to the Points Guy's December 2025 valuations. You paid $95. You got $1,538 in value for spending money you were already going to spend anyway. And those points aren't locked into one airline. They transfer at a 1-to-1 ratio to 10 airline partners and 3 hotel partners: United, Air France, Singapore Airlines, Hyatt, and more. Which means you earned points buying your morning coffee and can redeem them for a live flatbed over the Pacific. One thing I'd be doing you dirty if I didn't mention, as of January 2026, the Sapphire bonus is a once-per-lifetime deal per card. If you've already earned the preferred bonus before, you won't get it again on that card. So if you're new to this, wonderful timing. If you've done it before, the Reserve card has its own separate bonus. Plan accordingly. Okay, this is the part that separates people who collect miles from people who actually use miles like a weapon. Airlines belong to alliances: Star Alliance, Oneworld, SkyTeam. Within those alliances, you can use one airline's miles to book seats on completely different airlines, sometimes at dramatically better rates than the airline would charge for its own seats. Here's my favorite example. American Airlines AAdvantage miles, earned through an AA card or transferred from Citi Thank You points, can book Qatar Airways Q Suites business class. Qatar Q Suites is genuinely considered the best business class product on earth right now. A direct seat from New York to Doha in cash costs $5,000 to $8,000. In AAdvantage miles, Around 70,000 miles one way. You didn't fly American Airlines. You used American Airlines miles on Qatar's product for a fifth of the cash price. The key is that different programs price the same routes differently. A seat that costs 80,000 miles in one program might cost 55,000 in another. Finding the best rate for your specific route is the actual skill, and there are entire communities, the Points Guy, Flyer Talk, 1 mile at a time, dedicated to mapping exactly this. You don't have to figure it out alone. The nerd infrastructure already exists. I would be a bad Did You Know host if I gave you all the upside without the fine print. So here's the fine print. Fast. Miles expire. Most programs zero out your balance after 12 to 24 months of inactivity. One purchase on a co-branded card resets the clock. Set a calendar reminder. Losing miles you've spent years accumulating to an inactivity timer is the kind of thing that makes perfectly reasonable people briefly consider their life choices. Award seats are limited. Airlines release a finite number of award seats per flight, business class especially. Book 3 to 6 months out for the best availability. Last-minute award space exists, but is about as reliable as a weather forecast. The pay with miles slider is a trap. When an airline offers to let you pay for any seat with miles at checkout, that little slider, the value is usually 0.5 to 0.8 cents per mile. NerdWallet's December 2025 data puts 1.3 cents as the minimum threshold for a decent redemption. The slider is burning your miles for half their value. Never use it. Transfer to a partner program and book an award ticket directly, every single time. Devaluations are real. Airlines change award pricing with almost no notice. The miles in your account today might buy less tomorrow. Have a redemption in mind. Earn toward it. Use the miles. Don't hoard them like a dragon for 15 years waiting for the perfect moment. Frequent flyers are not cheating. They're not hacking anything. They're not doing anything you can't do. They just learned the rules of a game that everyone is technically playing and most people don't know has rules. The sign-up bonuses are real. The transfer partners are real. The lie flat seat to Tokyo for $120 in fees is real. The only difference between you and the person sleeping horizontally at 35,000 feet is about 45 minutes of reading and one credit card application. Start with one card, pick one program, make one good redemption. It will make sense from the inside in a way it never does from the outside. I promise. Before you go, I need to address the thing that stops most people from ever starting this. And it's not the research, it's not the complexity, it's the fear of messing up their credit score. So let's talk about that. Opening a new credit card does create a hard inquiry, which temporarily drops your score by about 3 to 5 points. That's it, 3 to 5 points. The thing people treat as a catastrophic financial event is, in practice, about as significant as a rounding error. Your score recovers within a few months of on-time payments. And here's the part the fear doesn't account for. A new card actually increases your total available credit, which improves your credit utilization ratio, which over time pushes your score higher than where it started. The people with multiple travel cards and immaculate payment histories are not the people with bad credit. They're the people with 800+ scores because they treat credit like a tool instead of a threat. Now, the airport lounge. Because getting the lie flat seat is the main event, but the lounge situation is the part that quietly breaks people's brains once they experience it for the first time. You have been suffering in the terminal, paying $9 for a bottle of water, sitting on a charging cable you found under a seat, watching a man eat a foot-long sandwich 6 inches from your face. You did not have to do any of that. The Amex Platinum Card, annual fee $895, which sounds insane until you actually do the math, comes with access to the Centurion Lounge Network, Priority Pass Select with access to 1,550 plus lounges worldwide, and Delta Sky Club access when flying Delta. The card also comes with up to $200 in annual airline fee credits, up to $600 in hotel credits, up to $400 in Resi dining credits, up to $120 in Uber credits, and a handful of other credits that, when fully used, more than offset the annual fee. Most people who cancel the Platinum do so because they never use the credits. Not because the card was bad math. The card is Excellent math if you actually fly. If you don't fly much, get a different card. But if you're in airports more than 4 or 5 times a year, the lounge access alone changes the texture of travel in a way that is almost impossible to explain to someone who hasn't experienced it. Last thing, and this is the one that separates the people who dabble from the people who actually build a point strategy that works long term. Stop thinking about your everyday spending as spending. Start thinking about it as a points engine. Every dollar you spend on groceries, gas, subscriptions, restaurants, utilities, every single one of those dollars is either generating points or it isn't. That's the only two options. There is no neutral. Paying with cash or a non-rewards debit card isn't free. It's leaving value on the table on every transaction, every day, every year, compounding quietly into the enormous gap between the people who end up in business class and the people who wonder how that's even possible. Subscribe for the next Did You Know? We're covering the best tools and apps for tracking your points across multiple programs without completely losing your mind, which, once you have 4 or 5 cards, is a real and present danger. See you in the next one.